guayaba garlic habanero sauce. Now, we're going to make it a little bit separate. We're going to do the guava marmalade first, and then we're going to add the habanero and garlic olive oil sauce. Okay? This is what it's going to look like when we're done. And it's so sweet and fantastic. I mean, it's just delicious. You can use it as a spread. You can use it like a filling for cakes or for cookies. You can use it in a sauce if you'd like to, like over a nice fish. But this is what we're going to make today. We're going to make the sauce, and we're going to make fresh yuca chips. We've got our yuca right here. And the best way to know whether a yuca is good or not is to snap the tip off and make sure that it's completely white inside. That's what you're looking for, nice and white. Okay? Take a nice look at that. Nice and white all the way around. That's what you're looking for. This is a nice piece of yuca. Okay? This is a guayaba. Not the prettiest looking fruit, but very, very aromatic and very beautiful inside. So we're going to chop the top off. We're going to take a look at it. See? Beautiful color. Lots of seeds. Okay? We're going to strain those out. So what I've done so far, if I've got my little pot on the top burner at about a low, I'm going to raise that up to about a 3. Okay? And I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of raw sugar in there. You can use white sugar if you don't have raw sugar, but I like to keep mine very simple and less processed. Okay, so I'm going to dump that in there. I'm going to put a little tiny sliver of butter, and you want to use real butter. I like Land O'Lakes margarine, actually. I like to use them for all my baking stuff. A nice Irish butter is good too. But this is a... And we're really just talking about that much. Okay? And we're going to add that to the raw sugar. And we're going to let that reduce and melt. Put that aside. So we're going to cut the tips off. Now you can buy guayaba in boxes. Goya has a fantastic brand. Theirs is very good. But if you want to make your own and you want to try, you know, to do something a little bit more natural, this is what you do. So we're going to slice the skin off. Okay. There we go. Just taking that off. Nice. And it has such a pretty smell. It almost smells like one of those little Glade plug-ins. It really is very aromatic. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to chop this up. It's okay if you see that there's a lot of seeds because we're going to strain those out after it becomes a marmalade. Okay. Just like that, we're going to pull it together with my handy dandy gadget right here. That's from the Food Network. You can pick these up at Kohl's. Toss it in and just let it cook. We're going to let it cook and simmer until it softens up. We'll be right back. We're back. It's been simmering now for about 15 minutes or so. You can see it's got like a jelly sort of look to it. We're going to add a tiny little capful of pure vanilla. I'm going to let it simmer for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to transfer it into the bowl. Okay? We'll be back. I've taken it off the stove. I've got now this little draining bag. I'm going to use this to strain the seeds out of the gel. Okay, just put it over a bowl like this. There we go. It's a little old school. You can use a strainer. I unfortunately did not have mine with me, so put it in. I'm going to put some gloves on just so that it's a little bit easier to squeeze it out. You're going to see now. Obviously a strainer would be a lot easier, but we're going to go ahead and try to do this a little old school. Okay? So we're just going to turn it and squeeze. You can see it's coming out. And it just takes all of the seeds out. because this fruit is full of seeds. Nice. You can see we're getting a nice consistency in our bowl. Now we'll be ready to start making the Yuca chips, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're back. We're going to work on the Yuca chips now. So I've taken the top off. We can see that it's white. I'm going to take the bottom off, and now we're going to use just a peeler and take that top skin off. It's a little bit of work, but well worth it. Almost like a potato, maybe a little bit harder. You want to take it all the way down till it's white, as you can see there. Just continue to peel it across. Get all of that off. Okay. You know, sometimes really good recipes, they take a little bit more time. All right, we've cleaned the yuca up. You can see it's all nice and white. And we're just using the same peeler. Go down a little tighter and then just slip it across. And you're making thin slices of yuca, which we're going to deep fry in a little peanut oil. Okay, you can use vegetable oil or canola oil, whatever it is that you prefer. And we're going to make the chips. Okay. There we go. Let's try like this. There we go. Nice. Push it down. Some pieces are going to be a little thicker, some are going to be a little thinner, which is fine. It gives it texture. Okay? There we go. Nice. And then just try to get as many as you can. You can usually get about 30 to 50 little slices out of a nice yuca. Now I've got all the slices out. You can see I got quite a few of them. There's got to be at least 50 or so here. And I'm just going to toss them in the oil. That's all I'm going to do. And I just want to see them turn a golden brown. Throw a few more in there. Put it around. This is a great appetizer if you're having a party. It's a nice little snack. You know, there's so many different things you can do with that guava marmalade. You can add it to a dessert. You can put it in the middle of a cookie and top it with another cookie. Just so many fantastic things you can do. And it's natural. And, you know, you can also take a little bit of pride that you made it yourself. So, I'm really excited about this dish. Kind of something we just came up with, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. This is going to take probably about, I would say maybe 3 to 4 minutes or so, depending. You don't want the temperature to be too high because you don't want it to burn. You want it to be nice and crispy. Now to make the garlic and the habanero with the olive oil. Okay, just chop it up into tiny little pieces. Chopped up the habanero. We got a little bit of garlic here. We're going to chop that up really thin. Nice. Okay. It's always good to have a great knife. Okay, I'm going to add this to the olive oil that I have warming up. I don't want this at a high temperature. I don't want the garlic to overcook. Okay, so here we go. We're going to add it. And I'm just going to move it around like this because I want the oil to really get the flavor and the aroma of the garlic and the habanero. Okay, and that's really only going to take maybe a minute or two, max. So we're going to turn off the stovetop. I'm going to twirl it around like this. Woo! Wonderful. And we're going to start plating. Okay, we got our guava. Which again is so versatile. You can use it just about anything. Desserts, sweet and salty. Just fantastic. Okay, our Yuca chips. I've added a little truffle salt to it and a little bit of black pepper. And we're going to plate that nicely. A couple of more pieces like that. And we're going to top it with a little bit of the olive oil, garlic, and habanero peppers. We're back. I've plated it. We've got the guava, the fresh Yuca chips with the habanero, olive oil, and garlic topping. Thank you so much for watching us. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and watch us always on syndicatednews.net. Thank you.